Well, they say leave no trace, and I have left no trace. But now I shall leave the campsite. This was a very nice and quiet one. Good morning. It's day 30, Sunday, June 11th, and I think I'm going to do a Nero tonight, meaning I'm going to hike into town and see if I can get a room. I really feel the need to properly launder some things after the rainy day yesterday. The smell in the tent, it's wool. You know what wet wool smells like? It's almost like wet dog. And honestly, I'm very sensitive, and it kept waking me up, so I didn't have a good night's sleep. And the midges got into the tent at dusk and were after me much of the night. Anyway, it was just a bit of a restless night, and yeah, I think I also have a long stretch after this when I think I can't take a zero. But anyway, I'll figure it all out, but I've decided, yeah, it'll probably be about 12 or 14k to Drumshanbo today, and I think I will see what I can do about getting a bed for tonight when I get there. Now, what were you saying, Sarita?
I can't remember now.
I think you were wishing me well.
I wish you all the best in your journey, and I think it's an amazing thing you're doing for your parents.
Well, thank you, and Tommy and Thomas and Sorsha and Sarita for your hospitality. You've included me in your family Sunday, and that's very kind. I appreciate it.
You're more than welcome, and I hope you come back. There's Saren now. I hope you come back and visit us again.
Well, another amazing experience with not just a family of trail angels, but a community of them. Such a big thank you to Sarita and her husband Tommy and the kids Thomas and Sorsha and Serena. It's something like that. Sorry, Serena, if I've forgotten how to say your name as well. And doggy Charlie. And Sorsha for walking me down the road a ways after having left the house. And a lovely lunch, which was preceded by a beautiful mass at St. Patrick's in, where am I? Well, I'm just before Drumshanbo, County, is that Roscommon? Sligo. Now I'm in County Leitrim. Anyway, I know where now I am. County Leitrim. And almost finished the Barry Breffney Way, the route of Donald Cam O'Sullivan Barra, who escaped the English in 1602 with 1,000 followers, headed out from the Barra Peninsula, where I started on foot on New Year's Eve. And 2 weeks later, 14 days later, they marched into Leitrim up here. Only 35 left. But they did. They made it, those 35. And he's an Irish hero as a result. Now me, I'll say hello to Leitrim, and then on my way to the Cavan Way, and then into Northern Ireland, where I've never been before, onto the Ulster Way, and heading for the coast. Wow, you wouldn't want to have too wide a boat coming through here. You are now leaving the Miner's Way. You are now entering the Leitrim Way. So I don't know which is harder, when you're exhausted at the end of the day and your body is begging you to stop and you can't find a campsite, or you're psychologically ready to take a break. You decide on a place, a town, you get to the town, it's like 99% humidity, so probably only about 25, 26 degrees, but gosh, my skin is wet and I actually have my sleeves rolled up and don't have my gloves on and my legs rolled down because I'm just a bucket of water otherwise. Anyway, or getting into a town, and I stopped at the visitor center, but it's Sunday, so closed, but free Wi-Fi. Went on Airbnb, went on booking.com, couldn't find anything in Drumshanbo, but the guide says that there's a hostel up here, so I'm gonna take my chances and see what's what with that. Well, there's the hotel slash hostel. Doesn't matter what it is, it's closed, being used as Ukrainian refugee housing. So, walking into town, see what I can find. So, Drumshanbo would have been nice to zero with ya, but there's no room at the inn. I asked several sources, and there really isn't anything left. The federal government has done a great job of housing 80,000 Ukrainians, but no accommodation for tourists, and especially last minute ones like myself. So, no problem. When you have your house on your back like a turtle, you just put a little more food in the cupboards, in the pockets, and hit the public washroom on the way out of town. I was grateful for that because I thought all I want is clean socks and underwear. It's funny how your needs become very simple but very important. And so I was able to wash things out and then parked myself in the parking lot, took off my damp socks, and don't forget I wear double layers, the toe socks and the wool socks, and they were dry this morning, my clean ones, but they got very damp from the wetness that was in my shoes from the night before that had not dried. And I do take the insoles out and bring them in the tent, but nah, they had not dried. And even took my tent and fly out because it was pretty damp from overnight. It had rained a bit, and dried all that out. So I guess I'm not too concerned with distance today. I might go, it's late afternoon now, around 4 o'clock, and I've probably only done 9, maybe 10 kilometers. So I might do another 10, and that'll be about it. And that's fine. I got things washed. That's really important. I got water. That's really important. And I bought food. I ate food. I drank water. So, I mean, what more do you want? FYI, it's uphill coming out of Drumshanbo. I've just passed 2 kilometers outside of town and still climbing with a fresh resupply of weighted food, full bottles, oh, and wet laundry hanging off the back. Oh, way to burn those calories. It's just gone 8 o'clock and I'm still, oh my God, I'm still sweating buckets. I've taken an electrolyte tablet in my water And I'm still going because I met a lovely farming couple up there who I stood aside for. The road's that narrow that I have to stand aside if a car comes. And they asked me what I was doing, and then they offered me a room, but they couldn't have me in just then because they're on the way to a concert at the church. And they said, we'll be back in a couple of hours. Why don't you keep walking, and then we'll come on the old road and we'll find you, and you can have a room. So it's so humid that it really might rain tonight. I have no idea. I don't watch the forecast because I have to walk anyway. But the skies do look like they could let go at any minute. And, oh, the flies are biting. And scratch, scratch, scratch. Ugh. So I am going to go into, Balingavera, something like that. It's about 14 kilometers north of Drumbear. Where was I? Yeah, it's hot and humid. Did I mention it's hot and humid? It is. Drumshanbo. As soon as I turned the camera off, I remembered. Okay, keep going. Don't get camera shy now. So usually the sheep are running away from me. I think this guy's showing me the way home. Although, have I missed? I don't want to miss the trail. This seems to be it. This is certainly his run. There's lots of evidence on the ground. And it gives him something to do. At first, when he turned sideways and circled, I thought, ooh, he's being territorial. He's blocking my way. But no, I think he was just kind of excited to see me. To see anybody. Right, fella? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Ladies,